Hello, third grade Virtual Academy, and welcome to another week of online art. So what we're going to do for this week is we're going to have fun with a website called Silk or Weave Silk, and we're going to create some digital art. So this is the website right here on my screen, and I have put a link to this in the Google Classroom. This should be the page that it opens up with, and you may have used this website before. Maybe you haven't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you through the basic features and how to use this program, and then you guys are going to have fun and just make a picture. So again, it's called Silk or weavesilk.com, and it's interactive generative art. And we're going to go down here, it says draw something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first just look at my options. So right now what it's doing is it's creating this kind of radial symmetry wherever my mouse is going. Well, let's talk about what all that means. To get your controls, you're actually going to come over here to this menu space and you're going to click Controls. So now I can see exactly what's going on with everything. So I have right here, it says all my colors, and then it says drag colors to blend. I have this bar right here where I can go from it says no rotational symmetry all the way up to 6-fold rotational symmetry. We'll talk about what all this means. I have mirror across center, and I have spiral towards center. So let's take a look at which each one of those means. So for example, I'm just going to click the pink one. And right now it's set to a 4-fold rotational symmetry. I'm not sure what yours is going to be set to when you first click on it, but I'll just stick with this 4-fold rotational symmetry. So I clicked pink, it's on 4-fold rotational symmetry, and it's on mirror across center. So let's see what happens. I'm going to just kind of come close to the middle here. You'll know if you're in the middle because all your dots come together as one. So I'm just going to come close to the middle, and I'm going to click and hold. So what happens is that it starts actually just drawing a picture on its own, kind of around my mouse, and it's creating a 4-fold symmetry. What that means is that what's happening here matches what's happening here. It also matches what's happening here and here. So it's the same on all 4 sides. To make a new picture, because this one is just it's very white right now, just click space. I'm going to click the space bar, and that gets rid of my picture. So let me show you what that looks like if I get a little bigger with it. So I'm going to start close to the middle, and then as I'm pressing and holding, I'm going to drag out. So here we go. Press and hold towards the middle, but then drag out. So again, you can see that it's creating a 4-fold picture, which means whatever's happening here is also happening here, here, and here. Same thing with what's out here, although it's a little bit harder to see. Let's see if we can add another color. So I'm going to click on green, and let's change it from 4-fold rotational symmetry to, let's go down to 2-fold rotational symmetry. So now you can see that what's following my mouse is fewer dots. So let's see what happens now. I'm going to click and hold towards the middle. Okay, so it's actually only flipping it across the middle. This looks almost like a stingray. So let's see what happens if I click, hold, and drag. Here we go. Okay, so now it looks like it's just symmetrical across the center. So this has its partner over here where they look the same, and this has its partner over here where it looks the same. Let's click space to start a new picture because we're getting a little busy there. And let's do the gray, and let's take this all the way down to no rotational symmetry. So now you can see there's 2 dots following my mouse. So whatever I do here, it's mirroring it across the center. So what that means is that it's creating a symmetrical picture. Well, the reason for that is right here. I have where it says mirror across center. Let's turn that off. Let's make a new picture and let's see what happens. So I have mirror across center turned off. I only have 1 dot following my mouse. So here we go. So actually what's just happening is that it's just kind of following my mouse, and it's almost drawing it like it's made of smoke, which is really cool. But there's no symmetry happening here. It's just kind of a random picture, which is really cool and different. So that's what that looks like. Let's see what happens if I do spiral towards center. So let's turn this from off to on. And now I have a few dots following my mouse. Do you see that? Do you see those dots in there? So there's the dots that are being created are spiraling towards the middle. Let's do orange, and let's start close to the middle and then go out. This one almost looks like it's being drawn with fire. And do you see how it's kind of mimicking what I'm doing closer and closer to the center? So this one's almost like a spiral. Very cool. But again, no symmetry. So what I want for you guys to do is just play around with these options, play around with these colors, play around with different types of pictures, if I do the, oh, look how many dots I have if I have 6-fold rotational symmetry and I have spiral towards center turned on. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's really cool. That's so interesting that the middle of that is like red almost. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing around with this. It's pretty addictive. It's very fun to play with. So I'm gonna let you guys just play around with the options, see what kind of pictures you can come up with, and then at some point you're going to share a picture of this with me on the Google Classroom. So you could try to do the save picture right here. So it says to save, right click the thumbnail and choose save image as. There's actually another way to do this on a Chromebook. You can just take a screenshot on your Chromebook, and I'm going to pull out a Chromebook that I have right here. I'm going to show you guys how to take a screenshot on a Chromebook, and I have to do this by recording with another device. So this is going to be a little tricky to show. But to take a screenshot on a Chromebook, you're going to press Control and then the button above the 6. It looks like this square with 2 lines. So I have to press those at the same time. This will be a little hard to show, but I'm going to press Control and then the button above the 6, and then watch what happens on my screen. Here we go. I'm about to press. All right, so there is my screenshot right there. Before it goes away, see if you can hit copy to clipboard. Okay, so I'm going to show you that one more time so that you can try to make sure you hit copy to clipboard, because it's going to save you a bunch of steps. Control and then the button above the 6. So you got to hit them both at the same time. So I'm going to press and hold Control and then press 6, and then real quick come over here and hit copy to clipboard. After you have copied your picture to the clipboard after taking the screenshot, then you're just going to come to the slide where you turn in your work. You click the slide, and as long as you did everything right, you should be able to hit Control V on your keyboard, Control and then the letter V, and it should paste that picture that you copied. So make sure that if it's really small like this, just grab it from the corner and stretch it bigger. That way I can see your work. Another way that you can insert it into the slide is just hit Edit, Paste. Now, if you copied your picture a different way, or if you saved it by clicking the thumbnail and clicking Save, then you're going to have to do Insert and try to get it the way you normally get your pictures. So you can do Insert, Image, Upload from Computer, or other things like that. So I would suggest just taking a screenshot, copy, and paste. I think it's the easiest way. But most importantly this week, I want you guys to have fun with this and see how many different and interesting pictures you can create. If you want to share more than one with me on the Google Classroom, that would be totally awesome. But if you just want to create one, or if you want to have fun with the other ones so they don't turn out exactly very pretty, that's totally fine too. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with, and I'll talk to you guys later.